Hi, my name is Elliot, and today, well, in this video I'm going to be customizing one of my American Girl dolls into like a little boy doll. And I'm very excited about this. The goal for it is kind of to not spend any money and only use things I've already got. So that's what I'm going to do. The first thing I tried doing was like getting off her wig, and I think that looks so easy in every YouTube video I've ever watched in my life. But it was really hard, and I really struggled with it. Like, I just couldn't get it off her scalp at all. Yeah, so it did include a lot of footage of me just struggling to pull off her hair. I did not rip her wig, so I can reuse it if I want to. I might, who knows. Now I have a doll wig laying around. This is her like halfway through the process. It's kind of a look. And finally I managed to like get somewhere, get a little bit of it off. Yeah. And I managed to like snatch her weave, so that was a nice experience. There we go. And then I just, like in this little clip, I'm pulling off all of the little hairs, which I could have done with a pair of scissors, but it was so satisfying to just do with my hands, so you get a little bit of this satisfaction with me. And this is all the hair that I pulled off the sides, so that's what the wig lost for this process. Then I want to make his new hair with like flocking, homemade flocking, because again I'm not spending any money on this, so I just took some yarn in the color that I wanted and chopped it up real smooth until it was like, I chopped it up into smaller pieces. At some point I like figured out you can fold the yarn and do like I'm doing here, chopping multiple pieces at once so that it just goes a lot faster. But honestly, like I think I did sit and just do this for like an hour or something, watch some YouTube, you know. And then I just had the flocking here. You actually don't need as much as you might think. I wish make too much of this actually. And I just chopped it up with scissors and like pulled it apart with my hands to try to make the fluff as small as possible. So yeah, this is all of the flocking that I made. And then I just took some PVA glue, and is it just me, because I'm that generation, all PVA glue always, like the smell of it always reminds me of making slime. Gen Z moment. But yeah, I used PVA glue, which you might know is like water soluble and washable, and I did that because I wanted to make sure that if I hated it I would be able to get it off. Like, I didn't want to do this with super glue or like hot glue, because that would just be horrible. Also because like I have never seen anything done like this. I've never seen anyone give their dolls a buzz cut. So I was like, it might look really weird and might look really ugly, and yeah. But then I dunked her head into it to like put glue on the head, put it into the flocking, and just trying to cover all of the pieces of glue. And I was honestly questioning at this point, like I was like, oh my god, this is the goddamn ugliest thing I've ever seen, and like I might be destroying the doll right now. But when you think that, you just gotta remember to trust the process, which I did. And then when she was dry, as you can see by the lighting, it's like night now, I just took off all of the flocking, the excess flocking, so the only thing that was stuck on her head was like the things that was glued to his scalp. I'm misgendering my doll here real quick. But yeah, just pulling it all off. And you might think like, oh my god, he's basically balding and like he has spots of bald spots. But don't worry about it, because I will be fixing those right here. So just patching up all of the spots. And then afterwards, I don't know if you've noticed, like American Girl dolls have very ugly hairlines because you don't really see them since they are underneath the wig. So I just like painted on a new hairline for him to make it look like a little less weird. And I just painted it like longer down his back, and then I just covered it with the fluff. And I also later am doing that with like the size of his head. I don't know what you call those. But I just make sure that all of his head is like fluffed nicer, and then I paint both sides of his head with glue and put fluff with them as well. Flocking. Yeah. And then for his glasses, because this character I'm making is actually going to have glasses, I really wanted those 70s wireframe glasses. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And instead of buying them, I just took an old pair of American Girl glasses and popped out the frame, the glasses from the frame, which was really easy. They're honestly really low quality, no tea, no shade. But then I had the frames without the glasses, and then I wanted them to be silver because I wanted them to look like wire, so I painted them with nail polish. I ended up because that was just the easiest. And then I just traced around the old like sunglass pad on a piece of clear packaging plastic, and then I cut that out to pop it back in again, but I didn't film that. But it honestly worked like really fine. If you want to make glasses for your dolls, you can easily do it by doing that. It's I recommend this method. Then I dressed him up. I was all excited. Like I gave him this really baggy outfit because I was like, oh my god, he's gonna look so cool. Thought it was all finished. I placed him in my dollhouse. Took a good long look at him. I'm like, something wrong. Does he look goofy? Put on his glasses. Like, looked at him. I still thought he looked a little bit goofy, like a silly goofy boy. So that was kind of unnerving. And then finally, I think after taking that good long look, I just decided that like, I don't know, there was something off. I don't know if it's like probably the paint. So I was like, okay, he looks too cute, he looks too squishable. So it's back to the drawing board with him. And then I just lay him down, took some non-acetone nail polish remover, which, can we talk about the fact that everyone says to use non-acetone nail polish remover, because like, the reason people say it is because that acetone will like melt the doll's face, or like has a chance to melt some plastic's face, but like it only melts acrylic plastic, and I feel like no one who customizes dolls, any other dolls than American Girl dolls, would ever be like, oh my god, remember to use non-acetone nail polish remover. So it's just kind of weird. But I did it anyway because I'm a fucking sheep. Because I'm a sheep. Then I'm just painting on his edges because I wanted to make the transition from like flocking to vinyl a little more natural. And then I started doing his brows. And like basically the way I do the brows with Josefina here beside me as a reference, or my Amaya doll. I do like, I paint one brow, then if I like it, I'll try to make the other match, then I like that one more, then I take the first one off, and then I just keep going, trying to match the two brows, taking one off until they are equal, and until just so I can see the little difference one by one. Yeah, so that's what we ended up doing for the brows. So I also painted his lips, but I didn't film that. And then I took these little gems and gave him earrings, because he's going to be cool like that. And as you can see, like the previous owner has been so sweet to already mark out where I needed to put the earrings, so I need to think about that. And I just covered the little marks he had with actual rhinestones. If I was like cool enough, and if I knew how to use a drill, I would probably make real holes in his head, but for now he's just gonna be like this. And that's how he turned out. Like, take a good long look at him, he's amazing. And I'll be back in 2 seconds with like a real clip of me. This is where we ended up, of course with the glasses, and I love him. But actually the story about this doll is that he's what got me back into American Girl, because one day, went home, had a bad day, I wanted to heal my inner child, so I searched up on Facebook Marketplace like American Girl doll, because I never had them as a kid. And then this guy, which I don't even know which Tree-Me is, and then Tree-Me number 22 came up, and with a bunch of other things, like a huge bundle of stuff, all for $40, so obviously I got that. And I kept my 22 because I love her, I think she's iconic, but they just looked a lot alike, so I wanted to like customize one of them, and then I made him into one of my OCs, an original character. who has like a blonde buzz cut and some 70s glasses and earrings, and I'm in love. He's so cool, with and without the glasses. Look at this little outfit. Right now he's wearing just like most of Logan's meat outfit actually, but with a little black crop top and Logan's performance jacket. So, he's amazing. I'm excited. It's really nice. Please, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, because that would actually really help me. So yeah.